When reading a story, characters come to life through written description and illustrations within the book. But what if the character literally came out of the book? Creative writing, saddle bookbinding, and papier-mâché sculpture all come together to create this one-of-a-kind readable sculpture. Begin by imagining an animal protagonist and write their story. Advanced artists can create a storyboard to plan, and the number of pages in the book can be adjusted to fit the complexity of their story. Alternatively, you could use a ready-made spiral or tape-bound sketchbook. Whichever method you choose, it's best to illustrate the inside pages before attaching the cover character. Let's start by making our cover. I've used Blick sculpture wire to create a basic shape. Doesn't look like much now, but this is going to become a beautiful koi fish. I've made both the front and back end of the animal. While creating your wire form, be sure that the front and back ends line up, and keep the base flat where it will be attached to the cover. Extra pieces of wire may need to be cut and twisted onto the piece, creating little tails. These will be used to attach the character piece onto the cover. Using paper towels is a great, inexpensive way to quickly fill up the inside of your wire form. Bunch and crumple up your towel and slide in wherever it will fit between the wires. Use masking tape to keep the towel in place as needed. You can continue squishing and moving the wire around as you build and fill the piece, giving the form more and more definition as you go along. And don't forget to fill the back side as well. Fill with towel and secure with your tape. The tape also provides a nice flat surface for the celluclay to grip onto. Be sure to leave your 2 connecting wires on each piece exposed throughout this process. Before jumping into the clay, let's check our figure against the cover first. Pull those wires out for now and check that it will rest flat against the surface and that it's going in the direction you want it to go in. I think I want my koi here. Mark the area with a pencil. This can be a little bit messy. It's just going to serve as a guide. Mark where the attachment pieces will be and use a push pin to make a hole. And do the same for the back cover. To make sure it will align correctly, hold the front piece to the front cover and place the back piece and lay it flat to mark. Now it's time to mix the celluclay. I'm going to mix it in a plastic bag. This helps cut down on the amount of dust, and it also keeps your hands nice and clean. Add water. Start with just a little at first. Close the bag and begin squishing. Air pockets may form. Helps to open the bag and let the air out. When the clay is smooth and free of lumps, use your fingers to smooth over the surface of your form. Continue and cover the backside with clay as well. More complicated designs may require 2 working sessions with the clay, allowing the piece to dry in between sessions. Now it's time to make the background for the covers. I'm going to make a simple collage with paper, but you could also use acrylic paint, markers, colored pencil. All of those materials would work on a gessoed surface. And I'm going to give my koi some nice rippling waves of tissue paper. To make a continuous front to back image, it helps to line them up and work on both sides at once. I think I'm happy with that for now. I'm going to add a lot more detail after I've added my character. So let's bring over the dried pieces. This was my front cover and my front piece. Use a push pin from the back side. Really open the hole up for the connecting wires. Bend the wires at a 90-degree angle, tightly sealing your character to the cover, and tape them down to secure. And do the same for the back cover. Now you can decorate the covers further, painting your main character and adding details, but I'd like to show you how to attach the cover to your inside saddle-bound book. Open your book and lay flat. If you've already illustrated your pages, be sure that they are facing the right direction to correspond with your covers. Apply a generous amount of glue to your book's end page. And placing your cover, be sure to allow room for the bound edge to fold. Before the glue dries, be sure that your book will properly close and open. Open the book, sort of like a tent, and using a piece of Lineco book repair tape, we're going to tape bind the edges. Lay the tape down and put a little extra piece there and fold over from the front and back. Try to smooth out any wrinkles or bumps. And it's okay that we're covering up part of our collage because this can be further decorated and painted. Test the book, make sure that it opens and closes. For hundreds of creative lesson plans like this, visit dickblick.com/lesson plans. While there, you'll also find further instruction on saddle bookbinding.